This is an excerpt of a recent Power Up webinar on how to create DVDs and Blu-ray discs using Adobe Encore CS6. In this excerpt, I'll show you how to create stories inside Encore. One of the things that is in DVD Studio Pro that I really like is the ability to create stories. A story allows me to create a subset of my main video. For instance, here, let's go back to the monitor. I've got the furnace shot, I've got the hand shot, I've got, I've got the table shape shot, then I've got rolling in color, and then I've got the finished piece. Wouldn't it be cool to see first this shot, the table shape shot, and then the finished piece? I just want to do like a little trailer. The way the chapter markers work in any DVD is markers cannot be any closer together than 1 second. So you wouldn't use this to create a fast-paced trailer. This is where you're really taking entire scenes and reshuffling them. A really good example is I was doing a DVD several years ago for John Paul Mitchell, and it was teaching hairstylists how to cut, color, and blow-dry hair. So you could watch a single model through the entire process, or we built stories, and you could watch everybody getting cut, or you could watch everybody getting colored, or you could watch everybody getting blow-dried. You could watch the movie based upon model, or watch the movie based upon function. Stories made that really easy. So how do we create stories? Because if you do a search and say, create stories in Encore, Encore doesn't create stories. But it does create, down here, this icon right here. Click it. It does create chapter playlists. When you open up the chapter playlist, and we'll just expand this a bit, this is a list of all the markers that are in the selected movie, in this case, sequence 1. If you select the wrong movie, you can easily change it. But in this case, I want to take it from number 1. I want to start with table shape. Double-click it. This is a list of all of my markers. This is a list of markers that are in that playlist. And then I want to go to finish. Double-click it. Moves over to here. Press tilde to bring it back again. So this is the movie, because I had it selected over here in the project window. This is a list of all the chapter markers in that movie. And this is the playlist that I built. So with that being said, let's close the playlist here. It's still around. I could go back up and rename this. We'll just call this, we'll call this Summary. Summary Playlist. You could call it Fred. Doesn't bother me. So let's go to this, let's go to the glass menu, double click it. And notice where it says Adding Feet. Well, let's go over to Edit in Photoshop. We're going to change Adding Feet to Summary. Press Enter. Line it up. I'm using the Move tool with the arrow tools. Shift, left, and right arrow to move it quickly. Save it, switch back to Encore. Summary is there. Highlight it, and now go to the right pointing arrow. There's our summary playlist with the 2 videos we have. Select table shape, right mouse click, preview from here, and when I click on Summary, there's the table shape, and there, oh, well, that's pretty ugly. What happens is, let's exit and return. Okay, notice here, go back to the monitor. Notice that we've got the table shape, but the location of this chapter marker is after the shot change. A long time after, because I wanted to have the poster frame have the molten blob of glass in it. The thing you have to keep in mind about stories is that stories start at a marker and end at the next marker. So I'm going to select this marker right here. I'm going to find the spot where the shot changes, right, say right there, and create another marker. Notice that the highlighted marker is called Table Shape. Create a new marker. Right mouse click, Add Chapter Point. Select it, go up to the Properties menu, and call this Table Shape, parenthesis, End. Now there's no magic to the name. The end just reminds me it's the end marker to that particular story. Because stories go from the first marker to the very next marker they contact, the story is only going to go from here to here. because we're using chapter markers as navigation points, the main video is still going to play all the way through it. This doesn't affect the main video at all, but it does affect how we play the menu. Watch this. So now we go to Summary. Okay, right mouse click, preview from here, and we click on Summary. There's the table shaping, and it switches right over to the glass. So we can create chapter playlists that start at a marker and end at the next marker, and we can play stuff totally out of context in order to help us better tell a particular story that works with existing video assets, so I don't have to store more video on my DVD or Blu-ray. I just simply repurpose it for different uses. This is a really powerful feature. Virtually all the DVDs that I've created have stories in them in some form or another, and we can do exactly the same thing inside Encore. This has been an excerpt of a recent Power Up webinar covering creating DVDs and Blu-ray discs inside Adobe Encore. For the complete version of this online training, please visit our store at larryjordan.biz/store and look for Webinar 123. Membership is a great value when you need to stretch your training dollars. A subscription membership to our video training library saves you money. You can access all of our videos for a low monthly price of only $19.99. That's more than 700 movies, hundreds of hours of training, all in depth and all up to date. Plus, members can attend any of our Power Up webinars for free. Our training covers Apple and Adobe software. We update it every week, and for more information, visit larryjordan.biz/subscriptions.